We must prove to the world we are gospel bearers. We belong to line of tribe of Judah. We must give helping hands to less privileged. We must preach this gospel to the dying world. Because we are ambassadors of Olumba, chosen to prove His excellency. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Let's be the difference. Representing Little Lumba with His gospel of truth. Our Father. Let's be the difference.
We must go to Macedonia and preach the word.
Hello, beloved audience. Thank you so much for staying glued and staying tuned to your TV screen. We sincerely apologize for that long break. And this is still the Morning Star Breakfast Show. My name is Joy Dambo. Previously, we had a complete team here this morning. Myself, AB Rex, and Melody Frank. We were here discussing about handwork and skill, of course, enhancing yourself and getting yourself acquainted with something that can yield you fruits in the future. So yes, today also happens to be the meeting with the International Labour Fellowship with the Holy Father today, and of course, as usual, this is a Pentecostal period where we have the fellowship representatives always coming in for their interactive section to tell us about their fellowship, what they've achieved so far, what they intend to do, what we should be expecting from International Labour Fellowship. Today is their day. That is why we had to also talk about handwork and how to be useful as a person, get yourself something acquainted with. So yes, I'm not here alone. I also have Melody Frank here with me.
Okay, thank you very much and welcome back. We sincerely apologize for the short break. So here are the representatives from the International Level Fellowship, and here on my left I have Bishop Patrick Ikpi, which is the International Secretary of the Fellowship, and right in the middle I have Her Eminence Glory Pop. She's the mother of the fellowship, and at my far left I have His Grace IG Agara. He's the head of training.
You're all welcome, sir. Good morning. You're welcome, ma. You're all welcome to Morning Star Breakfast Show and, of course, Star Crest TV. So, yes, Star Melody, are you taking over as she starts? So, yeah, this is international labor. When they are talking about labor, all we think about, the first impression is work. If I'm not mistaken, I stand to be corrected. So when they are talking about labor fellowship, we are talking about work. We are talking about, people that are skilled, people that are into something, business or the other, basically work. So yes, I want to start with the International Secretary. Tell us about your fellowship. This year has been a very, wonderful and tremendous year, full of lots of challenges and also lots of, positive outcomes. So I just want you to tell us about the outcome of the fellowship for this year. All the prospects, we always have a prospect at the beginning of every year. Tell us about the fellowship. What has the fellowship been able to do this year?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Actually, the year has been an eventful one, an eventful year so far, by the grace of the Father. We're able to have inaugurate a nation, a Caribbean nation was inaugurated this year.
Okay.
We also inaugurated our Bible State Labour Fellowship this year. We undertook an evangelical operation in Akwa Ibom State, Rio, that took us to the Akwa Ibom maximum prisons, where we had a very successful session there.
Okay.
Yes, when I returned from there, the last quarter, we had 3 visitations which were carried out, because it's been a resolve to carry out visitations, understand? Because it's one of the mandates, one of the divine mandates that was handed down to us by the Holy Father, to ensure that we look into, encourage and look into what happens in the work formations at the various levels. So for every term, we undertake 3 visitations. We did so. Last term, we went on to some areas like Redeemed Home. We went on to Brother Model College and the rest. But for the immediate past term, which we are winding up now, we had 3 visitations as well. The first one was to Mother Elizabeth Kitchen. The second visitation was to Mother Elizabeth Medicare Center, former Triple Star building. And the last of them for the year was at Royal International Farms and Estates Limited, they call it farm. In each case, we do submit our reports to the Holy Father.
All right. So I want to ask, what does this visitation stand for? What do you intend to achieve with this visitation? Is there any specific reasons why you're visiting this establishment or place of work? Because you mentioned prison, you mentioned Royal Farms, Elizabeth, Redeem Home, and all those places. So what is the aim of visiting these places?
Well, going by taking a look at the mandate given to us by the Father, the 14-point mandate, majorly it is stipulated there that the fellowship undertakes all labor-related matters within the fold, and seeks a way to make amends, make corrections where need be, and seek and offer proper solutions and offer advices as the case may be. You understand? That's one of our high points. Then again, number 3 of that same mandate clearly stipulates that we have to go to all the visit BCS establishments, look at their code of conduct and work ethics, you understand, with a bent to offering solutions to existing problems. Well, we do not know whether previous ESCOs have been taking on this, but when we came on board, when the current ESCO came on board, we found it necessary to establish what we call an evaluation committee, because we know that things have been going on in the fellowship. There has been policies are implemented, policies are formulated, some are carried out, some are not carried out successfully. So we brought up the evaluation committee made up of the core ESCO members to see why some of those things work and why some of them don't work. So it is the committee that carries out those visitations, to know the main problems of those establishments, because there may be different problems at different points. But wherever we go, they give us complaints, they give us their challenges. We also see and then tend to give them suggestions, you understand? So that is the main reason, and then send the report to the Father as been stated.
Okay, so what positive impact has the fellowship made so far in any of these visits? Now you mentioned that you prefer solutions to these places when you visit them. So I would like to know, each of these units, is there any unit that you visited that had a major challenge that the International Labour Fellowship would be held responsible for solving that particular problem in any of the organization?
Well, most of those problems, solutions we seek to profile are not being attended to by us directly. We send them to the appropriate quarters, who now look at our report and then tend to work upon the report which we submit. You understand? Ours is to do what we need to do to see what happens, and then.
Okay, thank you very much. I would also like to just ask 1 or 2 questions to His Grace Agara concerning your unit you're heading. Yes, so I would like you to enlighten us more on that department.
Okay, you mean the
training? Yeah,
the training.
Yeah,
okay.
Training.
Basically, just like you said, when we carry out visitations, as it concerns my unit, we identify the gaps and see how we can shape our training programs to address those gaps. We have developed some framework to make recommendations on what and what training, the systems design, what are the control measures that the staff will be trained on.
Okay.
So we do that. Like he said, we do not have the mandate to implement. Our mandate is, okay, let us know what is happening, make recommendations on what to do, and then we submit. So to that extent, when we make visitations to establishments, we identify gaps, skill gaps, and then we put it in our report, make suggestions on what we think could be put in place to, make those establishments more effective.
Okay. So do youth also benefit from the International Labour Fellowship? Because I would like to know the impacts that the International Labour Fellowship has also made on the youth. If anybody maybe seeks to have seek for any opportunity to work anywhere, can they come to the International Labour Fellowship? Or even if they intend to be trained on a particular skill, can anybody just walk to International Labour Fellowship and request for that benefits? Can it be done?
Yeah, like he said, mandate. But if you look at the structure of Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, the reason why I'm just looking at holistic mandate for labor fellowship, it's got to do with workers, it's got to do with employers, got to do with, let's say, employees, and people that run their businesses. Because if you look at the pillars, we have the spiritual pillar, we have administrative, we have the economic pillar, business pillar. So the labor fellowship, one of our mandates is to play under that business pillar, to make sure that people have skills and are trained. Now the question as to whether the youth, come out to have the opportunities that are bound in the labor fellowship, I would say that we have not received enough support from that angle. Because, I mean, even God, you just have to go to him to complain. That's why we pray. So the labor fellowship, whenever we hold our meetings, we expect the full embrace of especially the youth to see that, okay, I'm looking for a job. These are my skills. We have developed, or we are developing a data bank, where people that need jobs, even those who want to go into business, they are supposed to come. That is their fellowship. That fellowship has the capacity to provide advisory services for people who want to go into their businesses. Financing, advice on how to go about it is in that fellowship. But if you do not come, there's nothing we can do.
Okay.
That's the one hand. So on the issue of helping, like I said, that fellowship, we have some arrangements where people who desire to have jobs or to have skills, they channel their requests through the fellowship, and then we can, look for how to place them, because it is our mandate to actually identify employers of labor and to also furnish them with available manpower needs.
Okay, thank you, sir. When you were talking, you made mention of the youths not coming to support, not coming out. I also believe that when you do something to attract people to come, they will definitely come. So what exactly has the International Fellowship done to attract the youth? Because if you give them opportunity to come out, they will definitely, if you tell them that, oh, this year, this is what we want to do, this is what we want to do, we employ all the youth to come out. What are those points of attraction that the International Fellowship has placed for the youth, for them to be able to be attracted to the fellowship, to come in and gain all these, opportunities you say you have in the fellowship?
Well, I would say a lot. Now you should understand the context in which the Labor Fellowship operates. You and I, we know how level of enthusiasm amongst the people. So what will we do? If you say put programs, our programs will be programs that will equip you. Our job is to say this program is running. Like the last term, we even had an occasion whereby we wanted to train people on available opportunities. I presented a paper. That day, it was an empty hall. And there was a time we were arranging to see how we could get people involved to run like a workshop. So the best we can do is like your platform. We will announce to people, we will give notices, but coming out is being a problem. And even don't be surprised that in our meeting today, if you come to the hall, you are not even likely to find a handful of people that are working in BCS enterprises, whereas this is their fellowship. They should come there. But how many of them come? But that notwithstanding, this year, we are equally putting in place a robust program that will happen early next year.
Okay.
And that program is to the effect that we would have a lot of some workshops to run. And also we are trying to get some support funding, you know, where people who develop some skills, who have some skills, when we assess what we are doing, we can match you with some funding assistance. It's not going to be a grant. If it comes, fine. But funding meaning there can be a facility where we will encourage you after assessment that, okay, I think your project or your program or your product will sell. So we can help to package such type of youth to assess those opportunities.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, sir, please, do the fellowship have these structures set in other states, nations, and worldwide? Do they have decent structures set there?
Well, yeah, Labor Fellowship, as you know, is a much more centrally operated fellowship.
Okay.
Because why I say that is not a fellowship that is tied to a pew. So there's no pew in Brotherhood that says this is Labor Pew.
Okay.
So if you get to Bethel's, it's weaker, but it's stronger in zones and states and then international. So there had been some level of apathy, you know, amongst brethren who want to embrace there. So, but like he said, we've started a process. This executive is relatively new, but we were determined. So we started a process. The establishment of state structures and zonal structures is in place. So gradually we know that it will spread, you know, to states and nations, and then it will stop at zone for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So you, ma, please, this question goes to you. Like, what's the main function of the fellowship in the kingdom?
Thank you. The function of Labor Fellowship in the kingdom, as the General Secretary, as Elias said, our function is the mandate that the Father has given to us. Number one, we are to organize training for the staff, and also check where we can get placement for our teaming youth, and also to checkmate some of the excesses of the staff in the Father's establishment, and that gave rise to the visitations, which you have already heard.
Okay.
That they went visited different departments
Okay.
to find out their challenges, to also give a listening ears to them, to listen to their problem. Individual staff, they have their own problem, their challenges. Sometimes even the department they are may not even be able to listen to them, but we will listen to them
Okay.
and then put it down, and
Okay.
we will now make it heard
Okay.
and known during our report,
Okay.
giving back to the Father.
Okay.
So those are the things that are our functions
Okay.
in Brotherhood of the Cross and Staff. And as the head of training has rightly said, most of the youth, they are not embracing.
Okay.
Even the staff within the organization, they are not coming out, they are not supporting.
Okay.
While this is supposed to be their fellowship,
Okay.
because this fellowship is there is a mandate for this fellowship to also fight for their rights.
Okay.
It's like maybe labor in the outside this organization
Okay.
that are fighting for the rights of the
Employees.
staff or the
Employees.
workers, yes. But when they are not encouraging, they are not embracing, they are not coming out, we seem to look weak.
Okay.
We seem to look that we are not doing the work we're supposed to do and the mandate the Father has given to us. So that poses a problem to us not to carry out our function effectively.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, I would like to ask, because I have a lot of questions in my head running, but I'm just going to take it one after the other. Firstly, I would like to ask, when it seems you all have the same challenge in terms of, attracting or bringing the youths to join the fellowship. Has the fellowship also reach out to other fellowships that has these youths, like the Choristers Fellowship, the International Youth Fellowship, Apposite? These are places where you can get the youth. Is there any collaboration between the International Labor Fellowship and other fellowship that has the people that you are seeking for?
Yeah, this fellowship, they are collaborating with like, for example, why I'm saying that is yes, that is the first thing, yes, because we tend to bring them in. That is the Abbas Fellowship, as you have said, the Choristers Fellowship, the Youth Fellowship. But it's like, since they also have their own fellowship, like they are concentrating on their own fellowship, they don't seem to see that this fellowship is important. It's also, they should embrace this fellowship for us, all of us to work together to be able to have the goal to achieve.
Okay.
That is the problem.
Okay, so Secretary, sir, I would like to ask, because I know that in every fellowship we always have something that we are working on to achieve.
Yeah.
Every quarter, every year, there is always a goal
goal.
that every fellowship wants to attend to. So in this particular year, this is the ending of the year, definitely. So I'm sure that apart from the visitation you've mentioned, what other major achievement the fellowship would record boldly say the International Labour Fellowship has done this or has impacted in this number of youth, or has done so, like, what is the major record you would present to the Father for the ending of the year that the fellowship has really achieved apart from the visitations?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we may not have achieved so much, but I know for sure that we do empowerment. Last year, the previous year before this one, when we just came on board, I think we had empowerment during our big celebration.
Okay.
People were empowered. Then we are not fully on ground. Then this year, 2023, labor Labor Week, anniversary week celebration. We also had an empowerment too. We don't empower cash. You understand? We empowered a brother.
No, it mustn't really be cash.
Yes, we empowered a brother through New Kingdom Trumpet. We pay them. We get materials, distribute, and then maybe get your commission and then continue the process. You understand? We empowered through Royal Munch Bakery. We empowered the sister that way, and one more was empowered at Akin Bethel. Then we do that based on the limits of our resources for now.
Okay.
But away from that, again, drawing back to the mandate, which is like the constitution that guides our operations, it is stated that we have that mandate to carry out to ensure that our members, the qualified BCS members without jobs, get employment. You understand? So to seek ways of getting employment for them. So we are at the verge of developing a website. You understand? Which would cater for BCS brethren. You understand? That wish to get jobs, either jobs, trainings, business, whatever I want to go into. By the time our office is fully in place and we get all the gadgets and the things, state-of-the-art equipment that will enable us get these things in order, you understand? We will definitely be able to come up with things that can be that BCS can come at once and then get one thing done for them, you understand? So for now, we may not say we have actually achieved this or that, but most of our things are in the pipeline, and in a short while, those things will start to come out very well.
Okay, so would you say that the fellowship has not really been working very well this year? Because like you said last year you were up and running. This year, how would you rate yourself in your performances?
This year, I started my first statement to you then was we've had an eventful year. We've had an eventful year. You know, we have performed well. We visited not less than nine BCS establishments, and have impacted in them and have sent in their reports. We have inaugurated a nation. You understand? We have inaugurated another one in Ogonla Nation. Though we have not physically visited them yet, but have inaugurated already with Bishop Olowu as the head. We hope to visit them too. That's the second one which we are yet to visit. We inaugurated the Akwa Ibom State Fellowship, as I said earlier. We undertook an evangelical operation that took us to prisons. You understand?
And inaugurated Akribe.
Akribe Nation. That one we did it physically. You understand? At Akwa Ibom. So I think we are not to praise saying for ourselves, you know. But I believe we have done quite. When we are called upon by the SGS office or whatever to submit one record or the other, we always do that on time. Our name always comes up. We send in our records. We are asked for on time. Whatever we are asked to do, we ensure we do it. Our president is quite vibrant. Emmanuel Lakpan is quite a vibrant young man. So we never leave our records behind.
Yeah, I also want to ask His Grace, apart from the Brotherhood Fold here, is the International Labour Fellowship, do they also have the power to employ or give opportunity to youths outside the BCS fold? Do the International Labour Fellowship also reach out outside, apart from BCS fold? If maybe opportunities arises, as the fellowship been able to also empower people, give people employment outside BCS fold? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
based on connections or whatever. Has the fellowship ever done stuff like that?
If I understand you, do you mean that do the fellowship connect BCS members for outside employment, or that do we connect outside members to outside employment?
No. I'm talking about BCS members getting opportunity to also work outside. Yes.
Yeah. Now, like he's been saying, the issue is this: systems must collaborate to work. Now, in the Labour Fellowship, we have a program during our meetings, you know, where brethren that even have vacancies make those vacancies known. Now, again, we make visits, we pay visits. Labour Commissioner, the NDE, we've done that. And now when you make these visits, one of the major discussions would be opportunities for our teaming youths to work. But then, let me shock you. Do you know that, and I'm sorry to say, this is very pragmatic though. Do you know that somebody can come and tell you, oh, please, I have this opening. You will be thinking that there are members in that hall that have that qualification.
Okay.
Until you say, oh, by the way, this is the qualification for that job. Bring your application, and everybody bring your own. Nobody brings it. So it's possible for people to say, oh, we need job, we need job, we need job, we need job. But once we go out to look for the job, you discover that there are no people. The College of Bishops needed an accounting officer. That advertisement ran for almost a whole year. We were not able to fill it. You can't believe it. Even BCS, even the Fathers Enterprises, what are the people working there? You go there and take their profile. It's cheap to talk. We need people. Here, you people, this is a skilled place. Okay? You may have a vacancy, but that vacancy is not for a cleaner. It's not for a clerk. It's for somebody that is able to perform.
Yes.
So that vacancy may remain there, whereas a lot of people are waiting for you in the hall will not get a job. So that is one of the challenges we have. Okay. But we believe that in the next year, the program we intend to have a convention. That convention will be laced with workshop. Okay? And just to let you know that we have immense internal capacity. Okay. You know, we have a lot of professionals working with us. And then, like you said, our chairman has been very active. So we have a lot of programs we have drawn in place. That website is very significant because we need to have a database of people who have what qualifications, what areas of specialty, and we hope that it will work. But how many people we have placed, we've not done much, not because we don't have the capacity, but we are constrained by the feedback. Okay. So we do hope that your station would also help to tell brethren to develop themselves, because if you don't develop yourself, there's nothing you can do. The First Royal Microfinance Bank is an example. We need people in accounting, mathematics, economics, all fields. Where are they? If you have, there has been an advertisement going on there for almost 2 months now. How many people have applied? So you people should equally help to tell brethren, yes, in priesthood, yes, any hood, whatever you are, develop yourself so that you become much more useful in tandem with the Father's teaching. But here we have very rich in programs going forward to see what we can do.
Okay, right. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So I believe that in everything you've said, all the things you want to achieve, your prospects, you know that there are always challenges. So I don't know if trying to bring youths to come and collaborate with the fellowship is the only challenge you have, or if there are other challenges you can share it with us.
No, the challenge is, I don't think that bringing you to collaborate with us is a challenge. Okay. I don't see that as a challenge. What
of their loss.
Yeah, what I see is that they don't appreciate what the Labor Fellowship has. Okay? So because of that, we are not motivated to do much more. Okay. Like in our meeting, we just x-rayed the fellowship and the mandates and discovered that if you want to be rich, apart from paying your tithe, you need to be a member of the Labor Fellowship. Okay. Because Elders Fellowship is not intended for business. Yeah. Abi? Yes. It's not intended. Women Fellowship is not for business. That's not their job. Yes. So if you hear them, it's because of they don't understand the workings. For if you want to go to school, go to education fellowship. That is school.
Yes.
They will advise you what course to do, how to go about it, what exams to take. You can't want to go to school, you go to Bishop's Vegetarian, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So the Father has put in place all this.
Yes.
For us, if members of Brotherhood realize what we have,
Yes.
is our business not working? Come to Labor
Labor
Fellowship.
fellowship.
Do you want job? Are you not being promoted?
Okay.
Are you stagnated? Wherever you are, come to Labor Fellowship.
Okay.
So you have both the spiritual empowerment and the physical empowerment. We do have connections,
Okay.
right? So I cannot, like as it is now, like what he said, we have gotten some disappointments in that you make effort to secure some vacancies. But when we come down, we are not able to fill those vacancies as speedily as we said we are able to. For myself, if you check some of the platforms, I said a lot of things. We need accountant here, we need teachers here, we need that. People run their mouth, but bring your paper is a problem. So that's why I said that you collaborating with us, I don't know how you're going to do it, but it's possible for you to also tell this target is on the youth.
Okay.
Because I would say they are the leaders of tomorrow, because they are always leaders anyway, so they will grow into it. They need to come together and appreciate the fact that we need to be economically and spiritually useful to brotherhood.
Okay.
Right.
All right, Eminence, ma'am, would like to hear words of advice from you, because we're already running out of time, you know, for the people that you would need or would like to reach out to through this platform.
Thank you. Number one, there is a program that is running now.
Okay.
It's an agric program which you will be trained for 3 months,
Okay.
and after that, the government that will, is the
An NGO.
an NGO that will empower you, and the NGO is a MasterCard. This that produce the MasterCard, the company, is the one that will empower you in agriculture. So those that are interested in agriculture, I think registration is still going on. I don't know if it is up now.
Okay, so ma, what's the age range for the...
From 18 years to 29 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what is going on, and they will, and it's this thing will happen in Ogun State, Abeokuta, and you will be accommodated.
Okay.
And then you will be paid a stipend.
Okay.
That means that the stipend they will pay you is for you to feed yourself for the every month.
For the
For
period
that
of time you'll be there.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. For the period of time you will be there, you will be paid, and you take care of yourself.
How many
They will
people
have
are
to-
we looking at in this?
As many as people,
So
as many
is-
as that will want to.
Okay.
You know, our youth are not interested in agriculture. When they talk of agriculture, they think it's a hard job. They can't do it. But it's ongoing. Other people are embracing it and doing it. But brotherhood of people are not doing it. We have been posting it in platforms. We've not even seen any response from our youth. You know, it's ongoing. I think the registration is still ongoing. They will commence the program on the 8th of January.
Okay, from
Yes.
next year.
Yes,
Okay, so
2024.
Okay, sorry, ma'am. So how do they get registered? Like, if they want to register, is there a link?
There is
or-
there is a link,
Okay.
but we have posted that link in most of the
Can
BCS
anyone come to the
platform.
fellowship to
Yes,
register?
yes, yes,
Okay.
and get it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
can get it.
All right,
Okay.
Secretary, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to hear words of advice from you too before we go.
So,
Any of the audience you would like to reach out to?
mine is simply membership,
Okay.
participation.
Okay.
You know, everybody is a member of Labour Fellowship. All the BCS workers, artisans, whatever, they are members of Labour Fellowship.
Okay.
So if we all come out and try to galvanize the fellowship positively, I think there'll be more to it than that. We all get registered, understand, and become members of the fellowship. everybody, me and you, all of us. Understand? We start by attending the meeting today, and then seeing how we can develop
3 o'clock.
the way forward.
You're invited.
Of course.
You've never attended a meeting. Including you too. I will especially.
So you need to watch out. You are not looking very well. I'm always there.
Okay, no problem.
You don't look very well. Please look closely this
I
time.
will.
Okay, thank you so much. It was really nice having you all here. And please, beloved youths, you've heard. And the truth is that His Grace Agara mentioned something. Qualification is very, very important. Sometimes we just neglect, what we are supposed to be pursuing. This is a very, a very smart generation that if you don't have any qualification, you can't even find yourself working anywhere. If you want to do business, you also need to know how to add and to subtract before even going into business. So whatever it is you want to do, you think you don't need qualification, that's not true. You must learn, you must get yourself acquainted with 1 or 2 things. So please, anywhere you are as a youth, as a human being living on earth, get yourself educated, get yourself a certificate. Just have something to hold on to, just in case opportunities come, it doesn't slip you by. Thank you very much. I think that's something I've learned today. I'll also go and add extra skills to the ones I already have.
Okay, and to add to that, a lot of us that have not understood what the Labour Fellowship is all about, they've made us to understand right now that the Labour Fellowship is all about business. It's all about skills acquisition. So you cannot just stay at home attending other fellowship not knowing what is the main function of the fellowship. So now you should know that the Labour Fellowship has all the business, all the skills, all the handworks, everything you need to do.
Even your promotion.
Yes. So everything you need to do, you know that the Labour Fellowship have it there. So try as much as possible to collaborate with the Labour Fellowship, attend their fellowship.
Even if you are having stagnation in your workplace, attend Labour Fellowship
yes, it
and
also
be
has
promoted.
to do with the spiritual aspect too. So get yourself involved with the Labour Fellowship.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you, His Grace Agara. Thank you so much, Eminence Bob. Thank you so much, Bishop. Don't worry, I'll mention Patrick. Thank you so much all for coming. I really appreciate your time. I wish you all the best in your meeting today. And of course, Father should also empower you and give you the ability to achieve more and do more in this upcoming year that we're about to move into. Thank you so much for having us. All right, thank you, beloved audience. Till we see again next time. I remain Joy Dambo, but you can call me JD and
Melody Frank.
All right, bye for now.